Welcome back as we continue learning how to protect ourselves against scams. So far, we've talked about understanding scams and spotting their red flags. Today, we're focusing on building your digital fortress. These are practical steps you can take to protect your online accounts and your personal information. Let's start with a quick analogy. Imagine your house. The curtains on the windows are wide open and anyone walking by can see your valuables sitting right there. The front door is slightly ajar and obviously not locked. Would you feel safe living like that? Of course not. But that's exactly what it's like when our online accounts aren't secured properly. Proverbs 25:28 says, "A man without self-control is like a city broken into and left without walls." Securing your digital life takes time and energy, but it is acting with self-control, wisdom, and care. By putting a few key protections in place, you can make it much harder for scammers to gain access to your personal information or accounts. Here are 4 ways to strengthen your digital fortress. 1 is to use strong and unique passwords. Passwords are your first line of defense. A strong password includes a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols, and avoids common phrases or easily guessed information like your name, pets' names, or birth date. For example, instead of using John Smith 123, aim for something like this. One of the biggest mistakes people make is reusing passwords across multiple accounts. If a scammer gets hold of one password, they can try it on all your accounts. A password manager can help you keep track of unique passwords without having to remember them all. 2 is enabling two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication, or 2FA, adds an extra layer of security to your accounts. Even if someone gets your password, they won't be able to log in without the second factor, like a code sent to your phone or email. Many major services like banks and social media platforms offer 2FA. Make sure it's turned on whenever possible, even though it is inconvenient. 3 is to update your software regularly. Updates can be frustrating, but they're essential for security. Scammers often exploit vulnerabilities in outdated software to gain access to devices or accounts. When you update your app's phone or computer, you're closing those loopholes. If you're using an older device that can no longer be updated, it might be time to consider upgrading to one that offers ongoing security support. It's an investment in your digital safety. 4. Be cautious with public Wi-Fi. Public Wi-Fi networks like those in coffee shops or airports are not secure. Scammers can intercept data sent over these networks, potentially gaining access to your accounts. If you must use public Wi-Fi, avoid logging into sensitive accounts or making transactions. Better yet, use a virtual private network or VPN to encrypt your connection, or use your cell network when possible. Let's talk about social media real quick. Social media is a fantastic way to stay connected, but it's also a treasure trove of information for scammers. Every post, picture, and comment you share adds to the digital footprint that scammers can use to craft convincing attacks. For example, sharing vacation photos while you're still away can signal to potential thieves that your house is empty. Instead, wait until you're home to post those pictures. Also, be mindful of what's visible in the background of your photos. Is your address, a street name, or a landmark near your home in the background? Are your kids wearing school uniforms with the school's logo? Even small details can give scammers enough information to impersonate someone or to craft a convincing story. Let me share a real-life example. I have a friend who's a mom, and she's always been very careful not to share her daughter's school name online. But one day she posted a picture that included just part of the school's name in the background. A scammer noticed, used the school's logo from its website, and contacted her, pretending to be the school, saying she needed to pay more lunch money. They knew her daughter's name, the school's name, and all sorts of details. It was all pieced together from her posts online. This highlights the importance of pausing before you post. Ask yourself, does this reveal that I'm away from home? Could someone figure out where I live or where my kids go to school? Is this something I want out there forever? It is also worth noting that even if a platform claims to delete data like Snapchat, it doesn't mean it's gone. Data can be screenshotted, stored on servers, or even retrieved by others. Once it's online, it is completely out of your control. Even with the best precautions, accounts can sometimes be compromised. Here's what to do if you suspect a breach. 1 is to change your password immediately. Update your password for the affected account, and if you've reused that password elsewhere, change it there too. 2 is to alert the service provider. Contact the company or platform to let them know about the issue. They may be able to secure your account or provide additional next steps. 3 is to monitor your financial accounts. Keep an eye on your bank statements and credit reports for suspicious activity. Early detection is key to minimizing potential damage. Joshua 1:9 commands us, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." Even in the digital realm, God goes with us. Taking steps to protect yourself. It isn't about living in fear. It's about being proactive and being empowered. Every time you secure your accounts, think critically about what you share, or update your software, you're strengthening your digital fortress. You're taking control of your online safety and setting an example for others. Thank you for joining me today. By implementing these practical tips, you can create a strong defense against scams and protect your digital life. In our next episode, we'll talk about how to help others avoid falling victim to scams. Together, we can create a safer online community. See you next time, and take care.